Hello all, and welcome to the 4th month for Precision is Key. In April, I streamed this level 14 times, racking up an extra 15,953 attempts, and bumping up my attempt count close to 100k. I know that's not a lot of streams, but as much as I promised to play the level this month, there was a small hiccup in the first 10 days of the month in the form of Viprin UFO. As you probably know, I did end up beating the level after 598 fails, which was... I did come back to Precision is Key, but as I mentioned before, I nerfed level a fuck ton before coming back to it, and even nerfed level a bit while playing it this month too. Here's all the changes I made to pick in the month of April. The first 8 jumps, while not being particularly difficult, were insanely boring to pass every time and required way too much focus, and even if I did, I died at 4%, which I've now learned is only a 60Hz frame perfect. So I decided to nerf the first 8 jumps by removing the top spike on each of them one step up. After that, the next big choke point was to jump at 20%, which for some reason felt infinitely harder than the jump at 6%, even if it's the same structure. Not sure how that works, but I need to nerf 20% either way, so I added an invisible block where you land and moved it one step to the right. It looks pretty wonky when you land in midair, but I think it works well enough. The orbs at 29% were just stupid, so I moved the yellow portal down a quarter of a block. In the no-skips part, I already nerfed 44%, but I was still down to 48. So I decided to nerf it for real this time and move the spike 2 steps up. Last but not least, we have the infamous trip jump, which gave me so much trouble in runs that I decided to bite the bullet and nerf it by adding an invisible block at the start of the jump one step to the right of the platform. You can still trip on the block below, but it's a hell of a lot easier now to follow those frames. That's all the changes I made in April. It's cool to notice how almost all of the nerfs I made have been in the first 50% of the level, and it still feels really first half carry. For reference, this month I did one of my run goals of 27 to 77, which is past the first maze to the final drop. Twice. This whole 50% run still feels easier than playing from zero, which is absolutely insane with all the nerfs I've made. Speaking of playing from zero, I was really consistent in the last week of the month. I doubled my attempts in the no-skips part from 5 to 10, and even got a second best of 46% on the last day of the month. I've also been a lot better at the first 21%, and even though it's mostly the nerfs, it feels like I'm getting way better at the level. All I gotta do is keep up this consistency for May, and a new best will happen. With that in mind, I'm gonna set my goal for May to reach 49%. I can definitely get a new best, and probably get past no-skips part. We'll just have to see. That'll be all for this month's progress report. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you want to hang out and see some progress live, you can go over to my Twitch. I stream basically every day at pretty much the same time, so if that sounds cool, go check it out. See you guys.